Why are you pulling me over?
For your lights. You don't have any lights on your bike. Put the bike down. Put your hands behind your back. Let me see your face.
Danny Winklman. You know what? You slammed me for no reason.
Well, I warned you that was going to happen.
This disabled elderly man was riding his bike without lights on at night in St. Augustine, Florida, which is a non-criminal infraction where the first offense doesn't even come with a fine, much less jail. But that didn't stop this sheriff's deputy from grabbing him and slamming him to the ground.
You're not a young man. I didn't want to do that to you, but you really gave me no choice. I don't mean that offensively, but how old are you? Once we go to the ground, it's paperwork.
So if a police officer thinks that an elderly man on a bicycle didn't listen to him, is it lawful to just slam him to the ground? At the end of the day, because he wasn't using lights on his bicycle, he spent 24 nights in jail. Welcome back to the Civil Rights Lawyer channel. If you like going through civil rights cases, usually on body cam, and learning not only what happened, but also what the law is, please subscribe. I understand that sometimes cops have to make difficult split-second decisions. But here, not only was this senior citizen physically abused, but this deputy and his colleagues made fun of him during a time where he was having the most difficult time of his life.
55 years old, man. I swear to God, I got to the hospital. My life is I got evicted from my place. I'm living in out here. It sucks.
He had to go in the hospital. He got evicted. He was homeless, just trying to get something to eat that night. But these officers laughed at him.
Again, I can't even eat.
I got some in jail. It's gonna feel kind of squishy.
No, I didn't let it all out yet.
Did you really? Did you?
I had a little squirt.
Literally.
Just bicycle sauce.
They even high-fived each other about using violence against the senior citizen.
Stop doing this, okay?
This footage was brought to me by Jeff Gray of Honor Your Oath Civil Rights Investigations. He got all the footage, he provided it to me, and now we'll go through that together. The public needs to know what happened, why it is or is not a violation of constitutional rights. This happened on February 17th of this year. Specifically, this occurred on Palmer Street in St. Augustine, Florida. This is the exact spot where this man, Danny Winklman, was just riding his bike. That's it. It's a Florida law that if you're going to ride your bike in public at night, that you have lights on your bike. This is not a criminal violation. It's a civil infraction where the first offense basically gets dismissed without a fine if you put lights on your bike. Maybe they give you a safety brochure, I believe. It's basically just a warning. And that is what was going to happen here. A deputy with the St. Johns County Sheriff's Department named Canaan or Canaan, I'm not sure how you pronounce that because we have a Canaan Valley here in West Virginia. And then I know the Bible speaks of the land of Canaan. Anyways, that's how it's spelled. He's on patrol and he saw a man on a bicycle and he observed him riding on a public roadway without front and rear red lights. This is what he said happened. After initiating the stop, the defendant continued to ride south on Palmer Street despite my emergency lights being activated. The defendant stated, "I'll pull over there," despite being verbally ordered to pull over. The defendant eventually pulled to the side of the road. As I positioned my vehicle, I observed the defendant throwing an item from his jacket pocket on the ground next to him. The primary thing that we're looking at here in this video is whether or not it was a Fourth Amendment violation, i.e. excessive force, for the officer to slam this man on the ground under these circumstances. To analyze this, we look at the Graham factors, the first of which is the severity of the crime at issue. The whole point here is for the courts to have a way to determine whether or not a police officer acted reasonably. It would be much less reasonable for a police officer to slam somebody to the ground over a non-criminal bicycle infraction as opposed to, say, somebody suspected of robbing a 7-Eleven. Here, according to the officer's own words, no crime at all was suspected other than he was going to give him a infraction warning citation for not having lights on his bike. Not a serious crime at all. In looking at the body cam footage, we see the very first moment that the deputy encountered Mr. Winklman. He may be moving slowly and not responding the way the officer wanted him to. He appears to be going to a specific location that perhaps he thinks is the safe or appropriate location to stop and get off his bicycle and interact with the officer. I ordered the defendant to get off his bicycle, which he initially refused. After getting off his bicycle, the defendant began walking away from me and refused to let go of the bicycle. As I attempted to secure the defendant in handcuffs, he pulled both of his arms away from me and attempted to walk away from me.
Put the bike down. Put your hands behind your back.
Nope.
Hands
What
behind
are you
your back.
arresting me for? No. Oh, you I'm not resisting.
Fighting.
All right, I'm
Put
not
your hands behind your back right now.
I'm not resisting.
Put your hands.
I'm gonna sue your ass. I swear to God, get the camera. Get the camera on. You.
Give me your other hand.
I will. You. Don't beat me up, man. I hope you got a camera on.
One secure, clear traffic.
I already got my
You're under arrest.
for what?
Resisting without violence.
I'm not, no violence. He
I'm gonna get you up, all right?
was violent.
Why did you do that?
I
That was
don't know.
so stupid.
I don't know. Listen, I'm just trying to eat food.
Work with us.
I got a pot.
Hey, watch that napkin you
I
tossed
just
that.
got to the hospital.
Lean on the car.
Okay.
Let me see your face.
Danny
you hurt?
Winklman. No, I am. You know what? You fucking slammed me for no reason.
Well, I warned you that that was gonna happen.
Listen,
and
man,
you continued
I'm a
to try to
guy.
fight me.
I got a hospital for 5 days.
I didn't want to do that,
walk,
man.
right?
Listen, you're not a young man. I didn't want to do that to you, but you really gave me no choice.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you the truth.
I don't mean that offensively, but like, how old are you?
I'm 60.
So what are you doing? I mean, come on, man.
I'm trying to get over this colder and eat some
I
food.
was gonna give you a warning for your bike light. That's what this was about.
After being taken to the ground, the defendant was secured in handcuffs. The defendant was taken to the St. Johns County Jail for the listed charge without further incident. The listed charge was misdemeanor resisting an officer or obstructing an officer without violence. So that's what Officer Kanan said happened. But to me, looking at this body cam footage, it looks like the deputy physically goes hands-on immediately, grabs a hold of the guy's clothing, and guides him to where they're heading to the side of the road. So Florida is in the 11th Federal Circuit, so that's where we look to, other than the U.S. Supreme Court, for the controlling case law on Fourth Amendment issues such as these. Doing some research, I pretty quickly found that the charge he ended up getting charged with, specifically resisting arrest or obstructing arrest without violence, has been explicitly found by the 11th Circuit to be not a serious crime for which severe force is warranted. The second and most important gram factor is whether or not there's an immediate safety threat. The only violence introduced into this incident was from Deputy Kanan. The officer admits multiple times on the body cam footage that there was no safety threat towards him or anyone else posed by this senior citizen on his bike. He makes clear that this man did not engage in any violence towards anybody. He just didn't listen to him, allegedly. There are multiple officers on scene. There is a huge disparity of strength, of size, of age. It would be unreasonable for this officer to believe that this elderly man posed a serious safety threat, and so he had to immediately slam him onto the ground. Rather, it appears that he did so because the man did not listen. How do we know that? The officer admitted that.
Well, why you throwing me on the ground?
Because you didn't listen to what I said.
The final and probably least important gram factor is whether or not the suspect is actively resisting or attempting to evade arrest. At the beginning, remember, he was not under arrest. This was a civil infraction. He was going to get a warning. The body cam footage does not show the suspect attempt to flee, and at most it shows passive resistance, failure to put his hands behind his back when ordered to, or to go to the exact spot that the deputy ordered him to go to. The guy had a bicycle. He got off the bicycle and he's walking the bicycle while the officer is guiding him with his clenched fist on his clothing. He's making no attempt to run. He didn't attempt to run on the bicycle. He's not actively resisting or fighting in any way. Passive resistance, such as not obeying commands, does not entitle an officer to jump to slamming an elderly man's head on the ground. The other thing the officer was upset about here is that the man allegedly threw a napkin on the ground. All these officers were scrambling all over the place looking for whatever he threw, which they think was some sort of contraband. This is a homeless, disabled, hungry senior citizen just trying to go get a meal on his bicycle.
And then you don't want to stop. You toss whatever's in that napkin, which I watched you do.
No.
And then whatever else is on you.
I have nothing on me to be checked. Yeah,
Well, I'm going to, because you're under arrest at this point. This could have been
Totally.
a simple traffic warning. You were
Yeah,
going to
arrested
jail
really.
for resisting without violence, 100%.
I just got to the hospital yesterday, man.
What'd you get to the hospital for?
I went to the hospital because my legs are all fucked up, and I have not taken my medication. I just got medication from this girl down the street here that she got for me, and I was trying to get back to the coalition and take it.
You got anything sharp in your jacket or anything?
No, I
Any needles or
haven't.
razor blades? I don't want to get stuck.
No, I don't, man.
Sure.
Try it. I'm not. I had a little ball.
Could you just
liquor.
put that lamp on for me, the headlamp? Yeah, Chris, put gloves on and check that napkin. He ditched that. And he might have ditched something else back there, too.
No, that's a napkin, but you
I
can
don't
look
think
all you
that's-
want.
I don't think that's just a napkin, man. People don't do that when they're getting pulled over like that.
Why are you pulling me over?
For your lights. You don't have any lights on your bike. That's why I'm stopping you.
I can't eat now.
What?
I was going home to eat.
Or just that napkin? That's the one I saw.
Yeah. Look in my pocket. Here, you want. I just want to go eat. I got a hospital. I was in the hospital for 5 days because my legs fucked up, okay? You can go out anywhere you want out here. That's fine.
You said you take medicine. What do you take medicine
I
for?
take medicine. And I haven't been taking it. I got evicted. This is why I'm here. My legs fucked up.
All right, you said that about 30 times.
I can say it ain't many times in what?
Hospital, we got it, man.
Yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
Where's your ID?
My ID's in there. You can look at it. I swear to God. I'm fine. I just want to eat. I guess I'm going to eat in jail.
Put your hands on my deputy, you're going to go to jail. I'll probably say
I didn't
that.
do anything with that.
You know, down a battery, just gonna be resisting without.
Okay, all right.
You think you got for that, Billy?
Yeah.
You slammed me.
Do you know why? Do you understand that part? Because it's very critical. I can explain it to you if you want.
55 years old, man. I swear to God, I got to the hospital. I'm fucking, my life is fucked. I got evicted from my place. I'm living in fucking out here. It sucks. Now again, I can't even eat.
I got to go to jail.
Yeah, that's great. You know what? You slammed me on the ground, and I wasn't resisting.
I did, and you were.
And I wasn't resisting. I just said, what are you talking about, man? And you went, bam. And that's the truth. Is it on your cam?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I got
It's all on there.
My cousin.
I have to check.
Yeah, you're good. I appreciate you.
This is hat?
Yeah, that's his.
Well, who else would it be?
You never know, man. People ride up and down.
Come on, man. This is harassment, man. You know what, really? I'm going to take this to, I swear to God.
Yeah, man, take it.
I have been the lowest part of my life, and you guys have really helped me that way.
I already told you, man, this could have been a simple warning for the light. I wasn't going to give you a ticket. That's all it was.
I had the worst part of my life 2 months ago when I got evicted, okay? And I hurt my leg, and I'm medically incapable of working. That sucks. You're taking me to jail.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
That's bull. Man, that's bull.
All right, have a seat.
Can you lighten that one right up?
I got 2 fingers in there, man. That's standard policy. Have a seat.
Your standard policy?
2 fingers if I can fit them in there.
Man, bullshit. You've been looking for me anyway.
Oh, wait, come back. I didn't lock them.
God damn it.
Come back out here, man. Well, you know, when we're on the ground, it's kind of hard to lock them, you know?
Well, why you throwing me on the ground?
Because you didn't listen to what I said multiple times.
I did listen. I can't walk, man.
I got you. You're not going to fall. You got a what?
Word.
All right, have a seat, man.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna make this-
You're going to pay for this one.
No, guess who's going to be cleaning it?
Me?
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Have a seat.
You guys. God bless you.
45, 55, St. John's trying to raise me. Have a seat, bud.
Hey, man.
Sit down now, do you? It's gonna feel kind of squishy.
No, I didn't let it all out. Yet.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Have you really, did you shit?
I had a little squirt, and when you
Sharp,
slammed me, you did it, man. I'm gonna say, Judge, yeah, I had the squirt, man.
Got a
because
bio bag?
I need some.
You got a bag for his food. Let me go eat.
No.
Where's my food going?
What food? You ain't got any food.
I got food in that
Oh,
bag.
your bag? Well, we'll
Yeah,
have
I
to deal
went
with that in a
to the goddamn store to get something to eat and come back here.
Hey, any of y'all got a one of those blankets? Those little like space blankets?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
It's
sorry.
going to have a hard time classifying that as routine handcuffing. Once we go to the ground, it's paperwork.
Well, we went to the ground. It's gonna be paperwork.
I know.
Then let me go. Let me go.
No, because what I'm saying is if you had just stopped,
I didn't stop because I can't stop.
there were plenty of places to stop. That's perfect. Just something to lay down there.
You gonna wrap me up in this shit?
No, I'm going to lay it on the seat.
Shock blanket.
What is it?
So all these cops are just standing around, apparently nothing to do. They're having a good time. He's telling them the story of what happened. And his story to them is that he violently slammed this senior citizen onto the ground. And they think the whole thing is funny.
So I lit him up back there. He was on the right side of the road. He crosses over and he's like yelling back, like, I'm going to stop. Well, not stopping. I'm like, stop now. Because there's no cars.
Yeah.
So then he pulls here while there's a car at the stop sign. So I had to go real wide to not hit the car. And then as I get to here, he like throws that napkin, which there's nothing in it. And then I'm like, what'd you throw? He's like, nothing. And he keeps trying to like ride away. And I grab a hold of him and he walks his bike over here. And I'm like, let go of your bike, let go of your bike, let go of your bike. So then he lets go of it. And then he tries to like go the other way. And we just went in. So probably, I took him.
Another one.
To secure him?
Yeah.
I'm not doing a booty.
Sounds good to me. I mean, he's not hurt. He's old. It's not like I dumped him hard. Like we just, you know. That's what he said.
I heard him saying like something like, I can't stop.
Just think about that for a second. You watching this at home. By now, I'm sure the comments are full of people outraged at what they see this senior citizen who's down on his luck, struggling in life, being treated in this way, and then our public servants think it's funny. They're laughing at him. That is the disconnect that we currently have in this society. If you think there's anything funny about what they did, please let me know in the comments what is so funny. Look at all the taxpayer money being wasted by these people standing there doing nothing. The female cop, who's clearly very close with this deputy, at one point walks over to him and gives him a high five. And she says something about him doing it again.
This guy.
Just after like 10-9, I was like, I heard it. I was like, I'm not. Stop doing this, okay?
Honestly, this was supposed to be simple.
Huh?
This was supposed to be simple.
Yeah, apparently.
And then he walks over to the group of other cops, one of whom I think is his supervisor, and they're laughing at and mocking the senior citizen that they just helped arrest.
Sorry, you little magnet.
Literally.
Just bicycle stop.
He said literally shit magnet.
Conference.
And then for the rest of their comedy session, they mute their body cams so that we can't hear what they're saying. But just to show you the length of time that they're talking, while this guy, as far as they know, the senior citizen is sitting in the back of the police car in his own. They're just taking their sweet time with their muted body cams, talking about what? We don't know. Then eventually he's taken to jail, and as I told you, this poor man spent 24 days in jail over what you just saw.
So you were just trying to get over here to the homeless coalition,
I was
sir?
going over here to lay down and eat.
Okay.
The truth, I don't know the reason why, man. And this man, he was physical.
So how long were you in jail?
24 days.
For a bike fight. What is your current status? So they gave you time served. You're not facing any charges at this point. Have you been able to find a home or anywhere to live?
No, I'm still in the same. I'm worse now.
I mean, do you feel like that was justice? Do you think
No, it's not justice. You know what?
Do you think you
I'm
should
honest.
investigate the deputies involved? What did you think when you found out they were high-fiving after this ordeal? How'd that make you feel?
That I was being violated big time. You know what? And you know what? And because if you get homeless in your life, it's
You can help by watching and sharing this footage, and I'll also attach this man's GoFundMe if you want to help financially. I'll also link Jeff Gray's videos, including that interview at the scene that he just posted up today, so check that out. If these were my public servants, I would be demanding accountability here, because this is exactly what they would do to you or one of your family members, and then they'd sit around afterwards and they'd laugh about it just like they did here. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Remember, our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary. Deal with it.